Hey there and welcome to my channel. Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like a stranger staring back? Or maybe you've caught yourself rehearsing your personality just to fit in? If so, you're definitely not alone. Today we're diving deep into the complexities of identity and all those masks we wear in our everyday lives. So why are we here? Well, if you've ever asked yourself, who am I really underneath all this performance? This video is for you. We're going to peel back the layers and embark on a journey of self-discovery together. You might find some comfort in knowing that many people share these struggles. It can be liberating to realize that being authentic isn't just a goal. It's a deeply fulfilling way to live. So join me as we navigate the path to self-acceptance and genuine connection. Let's be real though. We live in a world that's constantly telling us to be everything. Successful, funny, woke, desirable, productive, and the list goes on. But here's the kicker. No one teaches you how to simply be yourself. Slowly, and often without even realizing it, we start to chase these ideals that feel completely unattainable. We lose touch with our true selves in the process, and scrolling through social media only adds fuel to that fire, turning self-worth into a competition measured by likes and followers, rather than genuine relationships. In this frantic pursuit of perfection, it's essential to reclaim the art of just being, allowing who we truly are to shine through the curated facades. This isn't just something personal, it's a global epidemic. We're witnessing an identity collapse in this age of constant performance. People are losing their authentic selves under layers of digital masks and curated personalities, all while comparing their lives to others. The result? A surge in mental health issues, with anxiety and depression closely tied to that relentless pressure to look flawless. It's time we recognize this as a call to action. We need to foster authenticity and meaningful connections in a world that all too often promotes virtual facades. In this documentary, we're going to explore what it means to be yourself when everything around you pushes you to be something else. We'll tap into the timeless philosophy of Kierkegaard, the paradox of Zen's no-self, and the spiritual depth found in the Upanishads' concept of atman. These teachings can help guide us back to ourselves by shedding what was never truly us. Along the way, we'll hear from scholars and practitioners, sharing stories that resonate with our shared human experience. The goal? To create a roadmap for self-discovery that invites us to challenge societal expectations and embrace who we truly are. Let's kick things off with Kierkegaard, the Danish philosopher often called the father of existentialism. He lived in the 19th century, yet his words feel incredibly relevant today. Kierkegaard warned us that the greatest tragedy isn't physical death, it's the spiritual death of losing ourselves in the crowd. He encouraged each of us to embrace our uniqueness, reminding us that the quest for self-understanding is essential if we want to truly live, not just exist. Kierkegaard believed that our authentic selves don't just appear. We have to actively choose and create them. It's not something handed to us on a silver platter. It's something we fight for, and that battle often involves deep introspection. This journey can be uncomfortable. We might have to face some hard truths about ourselves, but embracing vulnerability is crucial, as it opens us up to genuine connections and fosters personal growth. Each of us will have our unique path in this quest for authenticity, navigating our own challenges along the way. In his work, The Sickness Unto Death, Kierkegaard describes despair as the disconnect within ourselves. We know who we're supposed to be, but fear often holds us back. We hide, we pretend, we conform, and as we conform more and more, we start to fade away. This puts us in a tough spot, caught between the person we are and the facade we present. It leaves us feeling fragmented, where each day turns into a performance where we wear a mask to hide our true desires and feelings. This pose can lead to profound loneliness, as it obscures our genuine connections, which wither under the weight of pretense. Only when we face our fears can we start bridging the gap between our authentic selves and our public personas. Does this resonate with you? Think about the people you interact with. How many of them are truly being themselves? Instead, they might just be sharing their LinkedIn bios, their perfectly filtered Instagram highlights, or their socially acceptable versions. These curated images hide our real thoughts and dreams, making it so tough to establish genuine connections. Behind every flawless post is a story filled with struggles, doubts, and imperfections. The irony? In a world where we're more connected than ever, many of us feel incredibly lonely, craving those moments of authenticity that seem so hard to reach. If we could just peel back those layers and embrace vulnerability, perhaps we'd find deeper, more meaningful relationships. But let's face it, society rewards us for putting up these facades. Be polished and you get the job. Be witty and you gain followers. Be emotionally numb and you just might get through the day. But at what cost? Here's where the trap lies. The more we fake it, the more people love the fake version of us. Meanwhile, the real us starts feeling like a liability. As we become comfortable wearing our masks, our quest for authenticity feels burdensome, and each moment spent pretending chips away at our true selves. We might accumulate praise and accolades, but we end up neglecting the rich, complex emotions that make us human. In this never-ending chase for validation, we risk losing the essence that sets us apart, stuck in a cycle that rewards surface-level connections over sincerity. You might find yourself smiling in front of the camera, but breaking down after a long scroll through social media. You say, "I'm fine," while carrying the weight of a silent scream. You collect applause but lose sight of what truly matters. Behind the bright exterior, there's a chaos of emotions that rarely sees the light of day. Every like and comment might feel comforting, but deep down, many of us long for meaningful connections and understanding. As the screen fades away, the echoes of loneliness often remind us just how stark the contrast can be between public perception and private reality. In this intricate dance between authenticity and pretense, we have to ask ourselves, what does it truly mean to be okay? This is precisely what Kierkegaard warned us about, a world where we become everything but ourselves. In our quest for acceptance and belonging, we wear masks that hide our true identities, caving into societal pressures and expectations. We conform to roles that strip away our authenticity, slowly drifting from our core values and passions until those identities feel foreign to us. Every compromise pulls us further from who we really are, leaving us to wander through life as mere shadows of our true selves, yearning for the connection we sacrificed for acceptance. So how do we reclaim our authenticity? This is where Zen Buddhism comes into play. Zen suggests a radical idea. Maybe there's no fixed self to begin with. The concept of no self, or anatta, doesn't mean you don't exist. It means the rigid identities we cling to aren't all there is. Think about it. A label like "I'm shy" or "I'm broken" is a mental construct. By realizing this, we can free ourselves from the judgments and expectations that tie us down, allowing us to flow more freely and dynamically through life. This shift encourages compassion, not only for ourselves but for others, as we come to see that everyone is navigating their own constructs. Embracing this perspective opens the door to living more authentically in the present. Zen teaches us that our real selves are free from labels. This idea of emptiness isn't sad, it's liberating. This emptiness allows us to explore our true nature without being bogged down by societal expectations. When we let go of those identities, we can experience life in its fullness, embracing each moment as it comes, without judgment. These practices foster acceptance, not just of ourselves, but of others too. Ultimately, this liberation reveals the beauty of existence, where we're free to evolve and grow, unconfined by the limitations often imposed upon us. You are not the roles you play. You are not your trauma. You are not your resume. You are not even your thoughts. You are awareness itself. You are the space where all these identities rise and fall. This realization frees you from the constraints of both external and self-imposed expectations, allowing you to embrace your true essence. Your worth comes from within, unaffected by your accomplishments or setbacks. As you shed each layer, you discover a deeper truth about who you are, whole and unbroken, untouched by the fleeting nature of life's experiences. Your liberation lies in simply being. But isn't that a scary thought? If I'm not all the things I've pretended to be, then who am I? Shedding those layers could feel both liberating and terrifying because we often build our worlds around these facades. What if underneath it all, I'm just an empty shell, lacking the depth I've always claimed? This existential dilemma can be quite heavy when the pressure mounts to confront who we really are. Still, perhaps the journey toward authenticity is the only road that leads to genuine fulfillment. Embracing vulnerability could help us uncover strengths we never knew we had, allowing us to redefine who we are at our core. And here's where the teachings of the Upanishads come in. You are atman, the deepest part of yourself. Not your personality, not your name, not even your body or mind. It's the unchanging witness within you, the pure, undivided consciousness that exists behind all experience. This concept encourages us to look beyond the fleeting aspects of life to discover the eternal core within. When we align with our atman, we rise above the noise of the world and find unity with the universe. Recognizing this essence cultivates inner peace and guides us through the chaos of life, reminding us that our true identity lies in the timeless, boundless spirit of consciousness. The Upanishads tell us, Tat Tvamasi, you are that. This profound idea encapsulates the essence of non-duality, reminding us that the individual self is ultimately connected to a universal consciousness. By understanding this connection, we can break free from the limitations of our egos and discover a deeper sense of belonging in the universe. These teachings prompt us to look beyond our superficial identities and explore the profound interconnectedness of existence, where the sacred and the ordinary coexist beautifully. Embracing this truth can lead to spiritual liberation and a more compassionate perspective toward ourselves and others. Have you ever felt that stillness during meditation? That moment of pure awareness when distractions fade away? That's the real you. In those moments, you tap into a deeper understanding of life, free from all the noise and chaos surrounding you. It's in this clarity that you begin to see beyond surface-level worries and fears. Embracing this authentic self serves as a powerful reminder that connecting with your inner being is the ultimate source of peace and fulfillment. So make a point to return to that stillness often, because that's where true wisdom resides. And here's the wild part. Your atman isn't separate from Brahman, the universal reality. In other words, your deepest self isn't just individual. It's cosmic. You're not just one person. You're the entire ocean pretending to be a wave. This realization encourages us to rise above our daily concerns and recognize how interconnected we all are. Every thought, emotion, and action creates ripples through existence that weave us together. Embracing this unity fosters a deeper sense of purpose and belonging, reminding us that our individual experiences contribute to the greater whole of the universe. Ultimately, we are all expressions of the same divine essence, intricately woven into the fabric of reality. So what does this mean for your day-to-day life? It means you can stop playing the identity game. You don't have to pretend to be cool, tough, or endlessly productive. You can let go of the curated version of yourself because the real you doesn't need anyone's approval. It just needs to be remembered. When you embrace authenticity, you pave the way for deeper connections with others, leading to more meaningful relationships. By dropping the masks, you can share your vulnerabilities and quirks, which often resonate with those around you. Letting go of the need for validation allows you to explore your passions more genuinely, inviting joy and fulfillment into your life without the burden of constant comparison. But let's be honest, it's not always easy. We live in a culture that constantly pushes against authenticity. We're marketed identities through ads, influencers, and peer pressure. We're told how to act, what to want, and how to look. This relentless barrage of expectations can stifle our uniqueness and create anxiety around how we're perceived. Yet, amidst this chaos, there's a growing movement encouraging self-acceptance and vulnerability, reminding us that authenticity breeds connection and fulfillment. Embracing our true selves can be a radical act of defiance in a world that thrives on uniformity. From school, we learn how to please. From social media, we learn how to perform. From society, we learn how to survive. Each environment shapes our identity, influencing our thoughts and actions in profound ways. In the classroom, we are taught the importance of grades and pleasing teachers, which often translates into a lifelong pursuit of approval. Online, we carefully curate our images and posts, measuring our worth by likes and shares, creating a facade that often obscures our true selves. Meanwhile, societal norms dictate our choices, pushing us to conform and compete for resources, leaving little room for authenticity in a world that values appearances over genuine connection. And in all that noise, we forget how to simply be. So what do? First, we pause. The self can't emerge in noise. It grows in stillness. Turn off the feed. Sit with yourself. Journal. Walk without headphones. Watch your thoughts. See which ones feel real. Second, we deconstruct. What parts of your identity are actually yours? Which ones were inherited? Which ones were copied? Which ones were created out of fear? Third, we commit to living truthfully. That doesn't mean you spill your secrets to strangers. It means your outer life matches your inner knowing. To do this, we must confront our fears and embrace vulnerability. We create boundaries for ourselves that foster growth and connection. Ultimately, it's about reclaiming our authentic selves in a world that often encourages us to conform. Say no when you mean no. Rest when you're tired. Create from honesty, not from algorithms. Be weird, be soft, be intense, be silent, be contradictory. Be real, embrace your quirks, and let your uniqueness shine. For it's the intricacies of your character that make you truly captivating. Speak your truths, even if they create waves, as authenticity can be refreshing in a world often cloaked in pretense. Release the burden of expectation. Allow yourself the freedom to explore different dimensions of your personality, knowing that the journey to self-discovery is as valuable as the destination itself. You don't need to be everything. You just need to be you. In a world that often pushes us to wear multiple hats and conform to various expectations, it's easy to lose sight of our true selves. Embracing authenticity not only brings peace of mind, but also fosters deeper connections with others. When you present yourself honestly, you attract those who appreciate and resonate with who you genuinely are, creating relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. So, let go of the pressure to be perfect or fit into a mold. Instead, celebrate your uniqueness and allow your light to shine brightly. And the crazy part, the more you become yourself, the more you give others permission to do the same. When you embrace your true self, it radiates authenticity, inspiring those around you to shed their masks and reveal their own unique identities. This ripple effect creates an environment where vulnerability is celebrated, fostering deeper connections and genuine relationships. As each person learns to love and accept themselves, a community emerges that thrives on acceptance and encourages individuality, transforming the mundane into a vibrant tapestry of diverse stories and strengths. In this shared journey of self-discovery, we not only find freedom, but also ignite the courage in others to live their truth. You become a mirror of possibility, a quiet rebellion, a living example that being whole is better than being impressive. In a world that often prioritizes appearances over authenticity, your existence challenges the status quo. Each day, you embrace your truths and imperfections, radiating a warmth that encourages others to shed their facades. Your journey becomes a beacon for those lost in the pursuit of validation, showing them that true richness lies in self-acceptance. In this subtle yet powerful transformation, you inspire a shift away from superficiality toward a deeper understanding of what it means to be genuinely alive and unapologetically yourself. So if you're tired of pretending, exhausted from performance, and craving something deeper, you're not broken. You're waking up. Let the masks fall. Let the noise fade. Let the world chase everything. You, just be. If this video stirred something in you, drop your thoughts in the comments. What parts of yourself have you been hiding? And what do you want to reclaim? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such documentaries that speak to the parts of you that are too deep to tweet. Because in a world addicted to pretending, authenticity is a revolution. And your first act of rebellion is just being you. Thanks for joining me on this journey today. Remember, every step you take into the realm of authenticity not only brings you closer to your true self, but also fosters deeper connections with others. It's a beautiful journey, worth every moment.